Welcome into the Cleveland Browns Report by Chat Sports. We got a live mailbag now. All these questions coming during our live show, which airs every single Thursday, 4 Eastern. So if you want to ask a question, make sure you join us then at 4 o'clock every Thursday. So questions you guys have for me as we get ready for Browns Falcons Week 4 from Atlanta. First one coming in from a Super Chat MVP here at the show today, Michael Warnack. How many yards will Chubb get this week against Atlanta? Pencil me in for 115 yards and 1 touchdown. I don't want to say I've been a bit of a fortune teller, but I've gotten eerily close in a lot of my predictions. So remember this one and then bring up old receipts if I'm wrong, or if I'm right, we'll do a victory lap. Tyler Becker, next one on the show. How good will Amari Cooper be with Deshaun Watson? This is a great question that Tyler asked, because I think Amari Cooper's best aspect of his game is his route running ability. And what does that really mean in English? Because people love to just toss that out there. It means when he's 2 yards off the line of scrimmage, DBs can't tell if he's running a slant or if he's running a go route. Now, when he gets on a rhythm, when he starts building a connection with Deshaun Watson and Watson's arm talent, they'll be able to just have that twin telepathy of, hey, I see that corner sagging off of you a little bit, and there's only one high safety, and he's on the other side of the field. Just go deep. I'll put it on the spot you'll be at, and let's pick up some chump change. Because when Watson gets here, that's what he can add to this offense, right? He can offer those very difficult to make throws over the top of a corner before a safety comes crashing in, and right on the money for Amari Cooper. Something, for example, in week 1, and I'm not slandering Jacoby Brissett, but he missed that week 1 against the Panthers, right? Where Cooper's running down the right side of the field and Brissett's late on the throw and it's incomplete. With Watson, those types of throws are going to come often. This next question coming in from EJ. Will Greedy Williams take his job back from Martin Emerson? Good question, EJ. Greedy Williams placed on IR before week 1, which means he would miss the first 4 games. And in those games where we're now at game number 4, Martin Emerson, I think, has looked like a rookie. I think he's played maybe above average for a rookie. We're not talking about a corner that was picked in the first round either, right? We're talking about a corner that was picked in round 3. And his coverage stats this year, he's given up 11 completions for 99 yards and 1 touchdown. All in all, I think Emerson has played well. Has he played so well that Greedy Williams will not get his job back? I don't think so just yet. I think week 4 will be a big deciding factor. I think it is still up in the air for sure. We'll see how healthy Greedy Williams really is after 4 weeks. It's not like his hamstring just goes, oh, you're off IR? Well, then we're 100% now. I think right now it's probably Emerson's job to lose, but I wouldn't be fazed if they decide to go back to Greedy. After all, he's on the last year of his contract. Maybe try to get him some snaps and boost his comp pick value overall when he hits free agency. Now, pick a starting cornerback for me. When Greedy Williams is healthy, you're going to go Martin Emerson? You want to go Greedy Williams? I'm leaning towards the rookie. I don't think he has done enough to hold on to the job, but I don't think he's done a lot to lose the job. He's kind of in the middle, which is why week 4 might be a big deciding factor for Stefanski. Put the jersey number for the player you think should start when healthy. Question coming in, our super chat from JD Shirk. Love the polo. Who's our wide receiver 2 after Cooper? That's a great question. In fact, we can pull up some stats on the Browns wide receivers, their top 4 stats alongside one another, and you can see that there is a drop-off after Amari Cooper, and it needs to get better. Donovan Peoples-Jones was awesome in week 1. He was sort of Brissett's go-to guy. The last 2 weeks, it's been Brissett and Cooper, but talk about a complete drop off the face of the earth for Anthony Schwartz and David Bell. David Bell, I wouldn't say I'm disappointed in. He hasn't gotten many opportunities. He hasn't gotten a lot of targets, but I think we are getting a fresh reminder of, yeah, he was a 3rd-round rookie. Maybe we should have just pumped the brakes a little bit on him. But wide receiver 2 after Cooper is no doubt DPJ. Gregory H., what's up, man? Do you think Myles should actually start Sunday, or do you think it'd be better for him to take the week off and be 100%? I believe regardless of who the Browns are playing this week, Myles Garrett should take the week off. I don't think even taking the week off is an appropriate phrase. It's not taking a week off when you're coming out of a car accident. It's just not being ready to play, in my opinion, a sport where you go into car accidents every single snap of right at the snap running into a 300-pound offensive lineman that wants to send you 100 yards the opposite direction. So for that, I think it's in everyone's best interest for Myles Garrett and his long-term health. Now, I'm not Myles Garrett. I don't know how his shoulder feels. I don't know how his bicep feels. I'm going to err on his side of if he thinks he's ready, I want to believe him, but he's also the Terminator. And I wouldn't be shocked if he maybe wants to come back and play for his locker room and play for this team maybe a little bit earlier than he is ready. This next question comes in from a MVP here at the channel, the Brown Tiger. Thanks, Matthew. If Garrett and Clowney don't play, should we be worried about the F Dirty Birds? My logic is anytime you play on the road in the NFL, you should always be a little bit worried. I don't think you should go into any road game cocky because it's any given Sunday. Good movie. And if you're playing on the road especially, it's never going to be all that easy. Now, as for going up against this Falcons team specifically without Clowney and Garrett, it's not like the Falcons offense is a top-tier offense. They've been better than expected, but they go through hot and cold weeks so far. Kyle Pitts had no targets in week 2. He was great in week 3. Drake London, their rookie receiver, looks like the offensive rookie of the year so far through 3 weeks. Cordell Patterson is an absolute menace coming out of the backfield. So even without those guys, I was already a little bit worried. This definitely does not help, but I do have faith in Rochelle and Alex Wright stepping up, and it's not like they're going up against a top-tier offensive line in the Falcons. They've got plenty of their own issues to work out, so I'm not super worried because it's the Falcons. It could have been going up against a tougher O-line, but to answer your question in full, anytime you play on the road, I'm always a little bit worried. Now, for this Falcons game like we're talking about, we will be doing another live watch party here. Browns versus Falcons. You guys have been showing up and showing out during these watch parties, and every single time it allows me to go to my bosses during our Monday weekly review and tell them, give me studio space so I can do more of these watch parties. So I appreciate everyone that's joined so far. If you haven't already, you're missing out. Have the game on TV if you like. You can have us on your phone, your tablet, your computer, or if you live out overseas, out of market, this is a great way to get the live play-by-play, the highlights, all that good stuff. So join us for our live watch party. It is a blast, I guarantee. And we break out some fun, we'll call them toys and exercises during the game. You'll wait and see. All right, question coming in from Paul Brooks, one of the F-Pit Masters. Can Nick Chubb win the rushing title this year? He's on track. He's currently leading the NFL in rushing yards after 3 games. Jonathan Taylor is definitely going to be tough, but I don't see there's a reason why Chubb cannot win it. If he stays healthy, if I'm told right now, Nick Chubb plays every single game this year, I would lean towards Chubb winning the rushing title based on how great he has been through 3 games. This question coming in from Evan83. Should the Browns extend Kareem Hunt if he continues to play like this? Good question, Evan. We all remember that the Kareem Hunt saga really got going in August when he requested a trade because he was not given a contract extension that he was looking for, and that trade hold-in ended after like 24 hours. Will Andrew Berry do it? I don't believe so. I love Kareem Hunt. I don't want to see Kareem Hunt get traded, but I do get worrisome about giving a contract extension to a running back that'll be 28 next year when you also sort of drafted his replacement in Jerome Ford. It's not the smartest thing to do for the heart, but for the mind, for the brain, it might make more sense to maybe allocate funds elsewhere and not lock yourself up. Now, if Kareem Hunt wants to take a major hometown discount, then I'm not opposed, especially if we see Jerome Ford a little bit more this year and he maybe doesn't look like he's ready to be running back 2 behind Nick Chubb. I can be persuaded into it. But if Kareem Hunt wants to get what he's worth in the open market, I don't want the Browns to be the team that pays him all that much. It sounds so crappy to say right now, but I bet the Cowboys wish they could hit the undo button on giving Zeke all that money. So I think right now it's tough to say that, but down the line, I mean, hell, like Le'Veon Bell fell off a cliff. This happens every single year with running backs that are awesome one year, and the next year you don't understand how they vanished. I'm not overly confident that Andrew Berry wants to lock up Chubb and Hunt to contract extensions in back-to-back years. Now, I'll let you guys be the deciding factor here. Should the Browns extend Kareem Hunt? Y for yes or N for no? Let me know what you're thinking in the comment section below. KJ and Grant, the president of the Noti Gang, how do you think the Chargers game will turn out? We got to wait and see how Justin Herbert is by then. The Browns' upcoming games, Falcons, Chargers, Patriots. Hopefully Herbert is still a bit banged and nicked up around then. That's so mean to say, but if you're actually looking at it on the lens of like what you're hoping for on the inside is, yeah, Herbert not being 100% helps the Browns win. Not rooting for Herbert to be hurt. He's already injured. So I've already talked myself into a hole here. Overall, I think the Chargers are probably going to come out on top, even with a banged-up Herbert. He's only going to get healthier by the weeks, and this Chargers team is just a better roster top to bottom. No offense to Andrew Berry, but Khalil Mack, Bosa, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, they've got some Derwin James, they've got some dudes on that team. So overall, it's going to be a tough game. Not saying the Browns can't win any given Sunday, but I'm leaning more towards the Chargers in this one. Now, if you want to put some money down, you want to fade me, you want to bet on the Chargers, whatever picks you want to make, just make them over at chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code Browns125. When you use that link and that promo code, that's how you get the deposit bonus. You have to go to chatsports.com/bet, and you have to use promo code Browns125, and boom, you're going to get an additional 125% tacked on from whatever you put in. So make all your picks this season with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. We got a super chat coming in from Mac. What's up, dude? Do you think Chubb will break for a 90-plus yard touchdown run like he did against ATL in 2018? That was awesome. Was it a 95-yard touchdown run? I like watching those highlights. Don't like seeing the old uniforms. Well, older uniforms, but why not? I'm not going to say you can't do it. No one ever plans on those runs ever happening. So, yeah, if I've got it on my bingo card and I'm ready to cross it out, 95-yard plus, 90-plus yard touchdown run for Nick Chubb. Would love to see that happen. Last question coming in from Ethan H. How do you rate the defensive tackle play the last 3 games? Good question, Ethan. Up and down a little bit. I thought the Browns' defensive line played very well, especially interior against the Panthers. Against the Jets, it declined like all the defense did down the stretch. And against the Steelers, they had times where they were getting pushed around, and they had times where they were making life very difficult. All in all, if I had to rate it 1 to 10, what about a 6.8? I can't give him a 6.9 because that'd be too nice. But I think 6.8 is probably in the range of where this defensive tackle room is. It's better than I thought. I'll put it this way. I don't think Andrew Berry has to go out and trade or sign for a defensive tackle. Elliott and Bryan and Winfrey, well, more so Togiai. Winfrey has been a bit of a disappointment so far. He's still a rookie. Hopefully his play can pick up as the season progresses. Before we let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your weekend, predict the score. Browns versus Falcons. I've got the Browns winning 23-20. Might be closer than people are expecting. Let me know your score predictions down below in the comment section.